Hashtags. So this is a course that could be several hours long, but I'm going to just give you my quick summary of it. So essentially, let's see here. I'm going to post a photo, and I'm just going to leave it as it is here. The big key with hashtags is to find about 250 to 300 hashtags that relate to what you do that you can put on a list. And each of those hashtags should have less than 300,000 uses, especially as you have a small account. If you have quite a few, not that many followers, if you're getting less than 400 or 500 likes per photo, you should really only be using hashtags that have less than 300,000 uses. So let's take a look here, for example. So let's say that I wanted to do something with, let's say, put in time freedom here. And I can see on time freedom it's actually got 351,000 uses. So maybe that's one I can actually use. But as you can scroll down here below, you can actually see a few that have, I would probably use also hashtags that have above 3,000, 5,000 uses so that some people are actually searching for them as well. Because your key with your hashtag, and hashtags only work if you have an open account, so it cannot be private, because if you have a private account, the hashtags don't actually work. You won't be found that way in the top posts on different places. And what your key really here is to get people that are searching for a certain hashtag and you pop up in the top posts. So let's say, for example, that you only get about 200 likes or 100 likes. Then it's really important to pick hashtags that have a very small usage. So for example, let's say I only get about 150 likes at the moment. So maybe I should actually be going with this on time freedom, money freedom, right? Maybe let's have a look at this, another one. Let's put travel on here. So obviously travel has, 227 million people. There's no use in using that hashtag because if you do, if somebody searches for travel, there are too many people that have posted with travel, so you're never going to end up in a top post. You're never going to end up in the latest posts either, in the most recent posts. So you would actually start scrolling down here to find one with a lot less uses. So maybe travel now actually has the 316,000. Travel food, travel USA. So travel, let's say if I put travel Spain, I'm in travel, there we go. So there I find one with 82,000 uses. That could be possibly a really good one, right? And so you're actually looking for about 250 to 300 of these hashtags that you can then alternate on each pick. And what you're then going to do is you are going to put 25 of these hashtags in your text and replace. So for example, on my on an iPhone, you would just go to settings, general, and then you would go down to keyboard, and then you would go text replacement. And what I've actually done here is, for example, is if I have a picture with my kids, I might have I put in loads of different hashtags and then I just have a shortcut called #kids, right? And so when I then post this and I want to plug in, so also I highlight to put maybe 2 to 5 hashtags on your caption, and then put the quick one later on. You would use, actually, let's go back here, and so I'm going to discard this just to show you guys quickly. So you can actually go back to a photo. So let's say I go back to this photo here, and then I go to comment on this, and then in here in the comment is where I actually put my #kids, and it gets replaced, and I have all of them up and running right away, right? And then I click post, because you want to do it as soon as you post your latest post. You want to go and comment with the 25 hashtags under it. But in the caption itself, you can have about 2 to 5 hashtags that are very related to maybe the location you're at, whether you're in a restaurant, there's something that's really relatable to whatever it is you're posting. So that one could possibly be something that has more than 300,000 uses. But that's essentially how I use the hashtag. So you have the ability to end up getting into the top posts. So for example, I'll just show you this really quickly. So let's search for a top post here. So if we picked, for example, extra income, there's probably quite a lot. Let's see here, tags. So if I go to extra income, it's 338,000. That's not too badly, right? But if I click on that, somebody says that, they click on top posts. So you're going to need to have a decent amount oh my goodness, there we go. We actually have somebody from within our team. There's somebody in 2,800 likes, and they actually ended up in the top post there for extra income. But they also end up in the most recent right under there. So a lot of people search for the most recent stuff. So there, it's essentially you don't need that many likes, right? 2 likes on here. However, if we go back here, so let's have a look at some of these pictures right here. And if we actually refresh this, there might already be new ones popping up on there. Okay, so that hasn't already happened because that extra income is not quick enough. But essentially, you're going to be moving down this stream too quickly if there's that too many uses. That's why we recommend 300,000 or below uses. And make sure that you do max out on your hashtags so you actually have almost 30 in total. Have between 28 to 30 on every single one. So you're doing 25 in your comments and between 2 to 5 in your actual caption. I hope that helps.